What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, as many of you know, we have been deep within the world of altcoins recently. I mean, Sui, Solana, Caspa, I mean, all of them performing so well over the last couple weeks, and we're finally starting to see that flow from the bigger coins down into the smaller coins. And today we're going to be taking a look at what Tars AI has been doing. Because, guys, quite frankly, it's kind of ridiculous. You guys know today's been a bit of a red day in the market, and so obviously you would expect that the microcaps are falling, but Tars literally just does not care. So I want to talk about what's going on. I want to talk about some things that I'm noticing about Tars that no one else is talking about on YouTube right now, and why I think that it implies that we could be going somewhere really big with Tars. And so because of that, I want to talk about today. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's get straight into it. Now, the very first time we talked about Tars here was actually on the second channel, when they're on the crypto catch up. And it was the very first microcap that we mentioned. This was about a month and a half to 2 months ago. Now, at the time, Tars was at 11 cents. What you can see now, Tars is currently sitting at 28 cents, having peaked at 31 cents today. So up about a 3x from where we first started talking about it. Now, guys, I mean, I guess before I start going deep into, what I'm noticing about Tars, even like from a technical perspective, let me just give you a quick recap of who they are and what they do so you can start to understand the picture that I'm painting about why I think this could be, $3, $4, $500 million crypto one day. Obviously just speculation or just a guess, but I do believe that to be the case. Now, the reason why I'm so big on Tars is because they are currently the only AI protocol that's backed by the Solana Foundation in the world right now that's on Solana itself. So, of course, think about this, right? How many cryptos out there are AI-based cryptos that are on Solana? Like a lot of them. But imagine the fact that out of all of them, the Solana Foundation themselves only backed one. They only invested into one, and that's Tars. And then you think about the fact that Tars' fully diluted market cap, currently, as reported by CoinMarketCap, is only $154 million. Now, the Tars team says that it's lower. I haven't done enough research on that to know what it actually is, but I take CoinMarketCap for what it's worth. They say it's $150 million. I still think that's undervalued. And if it is less than that, if it is lower than this, well, hey, even better for us, right? And so the fact that the only AI project on Solana right now that's backed by the Solana Foundation is still in the low $100 million range is kind of ridiculous to me, because think about how big the AI niche is. I mean, think about Render, think about FET, those ones, right? So obviously, that alone probably speaks for itself, but let me at least show you why I'm so into it and why we've been talking about it a little bit more recently, because they're not just saying they're going to do a bunch of these things, they're actually doing it. So what you can see here is that their goal is to create the Solana AI application stack, basically, which means that all of the different things that you can imagine in the world of AI, they put it into one place. So if you're thinking about a search engine, if you're thinking about this thing, this tool, that tool, whatever, it's all available for you in one place. They have the AI Hub, AI Console, Consumer AI, and then of course the Tars search engine. And if we do go over to their dashboard, you can see it in full effect. If we go to their dashboard, you can see the trade feature. You can see, of course, just metrics that are based on the actual token itself, and so in terms of, product users, buybacks, etc. You can see their ecosystem. So these are the different companies that are building on their platform. You have staking. You, of course, have the AI Hub, as we mentioned earlier. We have Consumer AI, which, of course, is not launched yet. And then we have the Tars search engine, which is super useful and actually comes in handy. And I think if Solana as an ecosystem continues to thrive, this is going to start gaining a lot of users itself, which of course will be reflected by the product users. So overall, a lot of good things going on here. And it's not, again, like they're just saying, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, they're actually doing it. And I think that's probably why they're backed by the Solana Foundation. That's an interesting question. Like, did the Solana Foundation backing them allow them to be able to do this? Or did the Solana Foundation back them because they're already doing this? It's probably somewhere in the middle, but one way or another, I think you can start to see the picture that I'm painting, that what they're doing is phenomenal, and they're growing for a reason. Now, as I mentioned before, just a month ago, this bad boy, we were talking about it at 9 cents, 10 cents, 11 cents, and that's where it had been for a while. We were talking about it, and I told you, hey, look, although the market is falling, Tars' price is just going sideways. And whenever you have a micro cap, less than $100 million market cap at the time, crypto, going sideways like that, you have to recognize that there's an opportunity here. There's a reason why a floor is being held here. And that reason, quite frankly, is because of what was to come, I think, honestly. I think a lot of these whales and these bigger fish saw it coming, and they were just buying up that price floor. And well, here you are. I have a pretty sizable bag in Tars myself for that exact reason. I was just buying it as much as I possibly could while we were in this little phase where it was going sideways, because you noticed that. And so as a result of it, hey, now we're up to 28 cents. And I think it still could keep going. I still think there's reason to believe this could be a $500 million crypto. Let me just, I'll do this real quick. AI tokens coin gecko. Let's see if we can figure this out, because I actually haven't looked this up. AI tokens coin gecko. Let's go here. Top artificial intelligence tokens. I mean, you can look at this. Near Protocol, market cap 7 billion. ICP 5 billion. BitTensor 4 billion. Render 3.9 billion. I mean, guys, there's no reason to why this bad boy, I mean, let's see, is it even listed here right now? I'm not seeing it. Yeah, here it is. Right here. I mean, look how low in this list it is. And think about all these ones that are above it, right? Like IQ, like Zignali, like Delicium, whatever that is, right? Think about all these ones that are above it that don't have the credits that it has, doesn't have the backing that it has, it doesn't even have the progress that it has. I mean, look at this thing with 700,000 daily volume, right? $235 million market cap. So, to me, I mean, I think it's a matter of time before it starts cracking into this top 10, top 15 of the actual AI niche itself. And so because of that, clearly, there's a lot of potential here. Now, that takes me into the technical analysis section, because I'm sure you guys are a little bit used to, if you're new here on the channel, you're used to me doing TA. If you didn't know, the whole point of the Tyler Hill Investing channel is that I show you guys how I invest in crypto. So like top altcoins, I do technical analysis. For microcaps, I do fundamental analysis and technical analysis, which is why we dove a little bit deeper into the actual project itself. But looking at the TA side of things, I want to kind of go over what we've been seeing, because it's actually extremely impressive. So what we can see here is that as TAR's price did have this first little pump, again, yeah, we went sideways for quite a while. But what was interesting was the pure maturity that the project itself showed from a token's perspective. What we can see here is that as TAR's price started to pull back, let me pull this down a little bit. As TAR's price started to pull back from that high, and I'm not really considering this big wick right here from the launch, I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about from this high down to this low, right? This is my opinion, the previous all-time high, and this is like the bear market low, right? And whenever you track the Fibonacci retracements that it made off of this, is actually extremely impressive. We saw TARS respecting the Fibonacci's, even though it was only around, 80 million, $100 million in market cap, a little bit less, 60 million in market cap at the time. It was going sideways, putting in some of this consolidationary structure, and it had these moments where it would push up to this 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone, and then just get immediately rejected off of it, just like a normal, mature $4, $5, $6 billion crypto would do. I mean, it even got to the extent that as its price did start to even interact with the 618 to 786 zone on the 4-hour charts, look what happened. Like, we got the breakout to the upside, rejected off that fib zone, forced to the downside, build up some support, build up the macro support on top of that bottom side 618 to 786 zone, use that to push back up into the zone, boom, use this, consolidate here, broke above it, came up towards that all-time high. I mean, look how maturely this thing has been moving for a crypto that's only been around for just a couple months, that's still below $500 million in market cap. That's unusual. The only time I've ever seen this from cryptocurrencies is when they end up big. And does that, of course, guarantee that TARS is going to hit 500 million, a billion? Does it guarantee that? No, it doesn't. But if there's any of them that have a strong chance, I'd be a liar if I said I don't think TARS has probably one of the best chances of doing it. And so where we are right now is not surprising. I love what we're seeing. And going forward, what I'd love to do is kind of update you guys a lot more on what's going on with this price, the interactions that it's having here, maybe even some news that we get from TARS team and kind of the developmental side of things, and much more. So if you do want to hear some more about TARS, please do let me know down below. I will be, of course, super honest with you guys. I have some bias. I have a pretty big holding of TARS because I do believe that much in it. And so I do maybe have a little bit of bullish conviction. So do consider that, obviously, if you are going to go check it out. But I will leave the links down below if you want to go check it out. I will also remind you guys, if you do want some extra content from me, you can check out that Discord link or the Patreon link down below. The Patreon link will get you access to the Discord. And in the Discord, I'm talking about, my thoughts and feelings and, the way that I see certain things, my purchases, my sells, sometimes my trades. We have daily technical analysis, daily fundamental analysis. We have a pro trader in there making his trades. We have premium workshops. We have lessons, beginners courses. We got all types of stuff. So go down to that Patreon down below. Go check that out. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to check out TARS. Again, I plan on updating you guys at least a few times a month on this thing, especially while it is running. So let me know if this is something that you invested into or if you're going to invest into down in the comments below. And I can't wait to see you all in a couple hours with the next video. Peace out, everybody.